What the fuck? Am I hearing myself? Hello? What? 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 Whew. God damn. Chat, chat, chat. It's been a while. Hold on. Let me get my stream set up on my phone, and then we can get to the regular shenanigans that's been going on, like, ever since I stopped, ever since I stopped hanging around the internet a little bit. Hold on. I'll let you guys know when I have the stream chat on my phone. No. Before we get into any bullshit, no. Let me show you the dumb shit. Let me show you the dumb shit Jazz sent me. No. Cause what the fuck is this? Hold on. Damn, is it gonna... Alright then.
You wanna lick my bum, but clock my rod to talk. Got him going crazy for that poo, nah. I get what I want, I got that ooh shalaka.
No, the fuck she did not. No, the fuck she did not. No, the fuck she did not. He wanna lick this. What?
You wanna lick my bum, but clock my rod to talk. Got him going crazy for that poo, nah.
Poo na. So this is the vibe. This is what we gonna get crunk to now. Ain't no fucking way. But I saw that shit and I was just like, what the hell? Noodle said, who's we? Moose. Yes, I had to add the moose image. That moose image has been popping up on my goddamn because you know how like you have a wallpaper for your desktop? That moose image just plays like, I don't know, man. I play that song as I sleep. What happened to In the Club, we all fam? But anyway, how you guys doing? I'm streaming because, it's my birthday. And, I haven't talked to you guys in a while. So, I just need to know how you guys are doing. A lot has happened on my end. So, I guess I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I've been chilling for the most part. That's good. I'm burning alive? Nah, bro. This weather. Like we gotta talk a little bit about the weather because why I feel like I don't know. Guys, like for you, is it hotter in June or do you think it's hotter in July now? Cause I felt like June was beating my fucking ass, dude. June was beating my fucking ass. It was definitely 110 like in June. Like I remember one time cuz like, I have a car and I went to go July is worse. June was beating my fucking ass, dude. I went to go get in my car and it's hotter when you leave the car sitting out like, for like 3 hours. Went to go get in the car, it was 110 degrees. Like just inside my car. And I have leather seats. Like it's not even like leather seats, guys. Like burn the leg meat off wearing shorts in the car? Man, that shit was tearing my ass up, man. God damn. The heat has been a bitch. Leather seats literally cooked. Guys, and it's even worse because like in the stream title, I have a Rhymes.Military. So I'm actually already enlisted to go into the military and I'm going to be like shipping out to boot camp in like 3 months. So like imagine like this hot ass weather and I have to go outside of my house and work out every day just to make sure that I have like personal training. So not only is the weather beating my ass, but they got me they got me training in such weather. What lore drop did I miss? I'm sorry to hit you with this randomly. Even my dad was caught off guard with it because I didn't tell him anything, and then he called me, and I was just like, yeah, like this is what I'm up to right now, and he was just like, I wish you would have told me first, and I was just like, well, damn, I didn't realize it was that serious. I'm sorry. When World War III happens, remember your ultra kill training? Usually it's the dad that sends their son to boot camp, but the thing about boot camp that they are like boot camp is like it's different. Like the requirements to go to boot camp, man, you got to jump through hoops. You got to jump through hoops just to be able to qualify to go to boot camp. Cuz they're not just going to accept bad kids anymore. Cause how back then it was just like if you have a bad kid, just send them to the military. No, the military you got to jump through hoops just to enlist. Like they got to drug test you, like they got to do like the urine test for you, like oh my gosh. They even had to check your butthole. To make sure like you didn't have any diseases and shit. And I was just like, what the fuck? No, cause tell me why the dude who what was it? The sergeant in the what was it? The sergeant in the recruiting office, right? They buy you a drink first. They buy you a drink first, don't worry. The dude in the recruiting office, like, cause I was going to process, right? Cause the medical, it's all a part of process, right? So he tells me 10 minutes before, like, I check into the hotel, like, the day before I need to process, that, oh, yeah, they got to check your butthole. Did anybody tell you that? And I was just like, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. Why are you telling me this 10 minutes before I need to... 10 minutes before I need to check into, like, the hotel before I go in there? Like, why now? And I was just like, if anybody told me this, like, a day before, like, I would have dipped. Like, I definitely would dip. I would have been like, you know what? Maybe I'm not cut out to be in the military, you know? No, no. That's the thing. That's the thing, Jazz. Like, at no point, like, during the medical checkup, like, is the doctor, like, allowed to touch you? So, like, they're not allowed to touch you. So, it wasn't what, like, people said it was. Like, at no point. So they just staring. They just staring. I guess pretty much, cause like they're trying to see, like there's a point of the test where like they literally like had to like, I they kind of had to like move my balls to the side to see it. Like they were checking for genital warts. Like they did. They were just like, oh, like no, like they weren't doing anything wrong. Yeah, but I've been doing like processing, juggling, yo, yo, bruh. I didn't want to hear that on a Saturday night. Yeah, but I've been processing to go into the military. Boot camp. Like I don't know, boot camp scary as hell. I've been watching no boot. I've been watching videos of like boot camp because like, did I tell you guys like which goddamn branch of like military I want to go into? What branch? Uh, so the branch of military that I signed up is the Marines, which is supposed to be like the toughest and most difficult like branch to like get into. So like they had to make me jump hoops like just to be a recruit. Like guys, like they took my height and weight or whatever and they like confirmed that I was 5'8", right? And because of like my height, I had to be at a certain weight. When I first took my height and weight, I was 30 pounds over what they needed me to be at. 30 pounds over. I was just like, why do they have such high standards? Like I was around like 233. They needed me to be down to at least like 205. No, I think I was like 235 and like yeah, I was 30 pounds over. 235 and I needed to go down to 205 and I'm like, "Oh my god." And that's just to be a recruit. And start your PT before you go to boot camp because people like I said earlier, they don't send people to boot camp anymore. You have to meet like certain requirements. Like, you have to be able to at least run a mile and a half in under 13 minutes and 30 seconds, which I can do. Like, I have, like, met that requirement already. I just need to do it again when, I get to boot camp. You have to be able to do 3 pull-ups. Right now, I can't even do fucking 1. So, I have to do, like, a hell of a ton of work on upper body. You have to do ammo can lifts, where you gotta basically, like, carry this 30-pound ammo can and just press it above your head as fast as you can for, like, 45 sets. You gotta do that 45 times with 30-pound ammo can. And if you don't do the pull-ups, you at least gotta do, like, because remember, the requirement for males is 3 pull-ups, but the requirement for females is only 1. So I gotta do 3, and if I can't do 3 pull-ups, then what they make me do instead is 34 push-ups, just straight up, you know? Like 30 straight pull-ups in like less than 2 minutes, I think. And that's if I can't pull off the pull-ups. But, I want to be able to pull off the pull-ups. Hollow said I can only do 5. You know what, Hollow? I think like 2 months ago that was me too. like 2 months ago that was me too. Like, I was struggling to do 5, but now I can at least drop down and do 20. You know? Yeah, at least for push-ups, I know I can do 20, like, just straight up. But that's because of like the constant. Because like I'm training for this every day. Like, how many days until I ship out to boot camp? So like 1 month from now, I'm guessing 30 days. Like, for each month. Yeah, so a little bit over like 60 days. You got to be Rock Lee for this? Well, I got 3 months to train. I got 3 months to train. And another thing that you have to do for boot camp is also core exercises, which is planks. Like, you know what planks are, right? Like, you gotta like kind of hover over the ground, like, your arms got to be laying down, like, yeah, it's for abs, right? For planks, I at least have to hold a plank for like 1 minute. And I'm able to do that. So the only requirements that I can do is the mile and a half run in less than 13 minutes and 30 seconds and like, the plank for a whole minute straight. Like, I'm able to do both. Oh, thank you. Thank everybody for the birthday wishes. I hate planking, yeah, but that's the requirement for abs. And guys, I've been watching the videos for boot camp. Yo. At first, when I started watching the videos for boot camp, I was just like, what the fuck did I sign up for? Scary as hell. I will cry the moment they start yelling at me. Yo, guys, there's a part where because like, they give you a scheduled phone call home where you call your family or call like whoever, wants to hear from you. And you're going to have like basically 3 drill instructors. Basically, people who are like, paid to yell at you. You're basically going to have 3 drill instructors yell at you while you are on the phone, you know, telling whoever you're talking to that you've arrived safely and that you'll talk to them, like, you know, when you're done with boot camp, basically. 3 people yelling at you, 3 people screaming at you while you were trying to talk to somebody. Yeah, they have 0 personal space. Hold on. Guys, I actually, like, you know, like, save some of the videos. Hold on, because, like, some of this shit is funny. Because, like, there was one drill instructor that was just screaming. Like, he wasn't even barking any orders. He wasn't even telling the recruit what to do. He was just screaming. He was just like, ah! Ah! And I'm just like, what the fuck? He's not even barking any orders. Like, like, he's just trying to scare him at this point. And I was just like, they're just big children. But they're not gonna be when I get there. They're not gonna be when I get there. Like, I know I'm gonna get yelled at. Like, knowing how I am, I know that I'm probably gonna get yelled at probably more than everybody else. Knowing how I am, I just know I'm just gonna fuck up. And I know, like, you know, like, they're gonna yell in my face more than everybody. Not gonna lie, I would try not to laugh at that point. Hold on. I think I know which one you're talking about. Hold up, because I need to see that shit again. Okay. Guys, I found it. Good luck going to sleep. No, I hear that when you go to boot camp, you actually gonna have the best sleep, like, in your life, because, like, you're gonna be working out your body so intensely, like, you know. Your body just gonna fall asleep, man. And you know what time you gotta wake up in boot camp? 4 a.m. every day. I mean, for some, like, you know, boot camp related, like, you know, things, like, you don't gotta wake up at 4 a.m., but 4 a.m. every fucking day. Okay, now guys, look at this.
Nobody said, but stop! Nobody said, put your finger in your ear when you make a phone call! I said, don't do it!
Madam, it's not ringing!
Now, look at this. They scream at you, but, like, the part that caught me off guard is that you have to scream back at them. You have to scream back at them. Isn't that so crazy? Why do they need 2 of them? They have sometimes 4. They have sometimes 4. 4 drill instructors just yelling in your face, like, you know.
Nobody said, but stop! Nobody said, put your finger in your ear when you make a phone call! I said, don't do it!
Madam, it's not ringing!
Call your recruiter! Call hanging up and trying to the floor! Can't you just
Sir! This is recruiter!
He's just screaming. Like, he's just screaming. Like, he's just screaming. He's like, ah! Ah! It's just like, is he in the depths of hell? Like, or...
This is recruiter!
Going deaf by day 2.
Say it left.
And they're gonna tell you to scream back. They're gonna be like, you know, drill instructors that are gonna be like, scream, scream, I said scream, like, you know, like,
Stop!
hold on, nah, cause like when I looked at the comments, he was just like sometimes the drill instructors, like when they make it to like, you know, where the drill instructors are supposed to be. Sometimes after doing all of that yelling and shit, like, they just find a random person to just go over to and just yell at. Like, it's also mind games, too. And sometimes they just fucking go in the back and they just start laughing their asses off. Especially the whole, like, I believe that one drill instructor that was just yelling and not even, like, you know, it was this one. Hold on. He was like, ah! Like, I know he was laughing his ass off. I know he was laughing his ass off, bro. I just know he was laughing his fucking ass off, bro. The phone call of doom and despair. Oh, yo, thanks, Pink Bunny. What's good? How you doing? God damn. But could you imagine? Could you imagine you call your, like, 80-year-old grandma and they just hear a grown man, like, just screaming to the top of his lungs. Ah! Ah! Scream! Scream! I said scream! Me resisting the urge to say I'm on the phone. Do you mind in the calmest tone ever? The thing is, like, in my case, it is a voluntary process. If it, like, in my case, like, I don't know. It's a voluntary process. Like, I am literally choosing to do this. What is that thumbnail in the recommended? Are you talking about the no poop for a week? I actually haven't. I actually haven't seen this one yet. I actually haven't seen this one yet. I don't even know what the fuck this one is about. The no poop for a week. Wait, is that an actual thing? There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. I swear at one point they were just screaming to scream and not actual words. No, because, like, I'm telling you. Guys, you have two types of, you have two types of people in boot camp. You have drill sergeants and drill instructors. Drill sergeants are going to be the nicest people that you meet in boot camp. They're still going to yell at you like this, but your drill instructor, they're going to take you to hell and, like, you know, expect you to come back on your own. That's what drill instructors do. Like, they actually make Marines, like, you know. They will personally escort you to hell and tell you to make it back. I hope they don't put you in the gas chamber. They will. They will. You do get tear gassed in boot camp. You think I'm joking? Like, of course you have gas mask, but, like, you will get tear gassed in boot camp. Like, you know, and you have to at least hang in there for, like, 5 minutes. I'll Make a Man Out of You. I've been listening to that song like crazy. Don't you have to take the mask off? No. Geo, at no point are you to take off the gas mask. Now, are you still going to feel the effects of the gas? Like, even though, like, you have the mask on? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, I've seen recruits that, like, have damn near threw up. Like, as soon as they got out of the room, like, even with their mask on, they felt the effects of the gas, and, like, you know, they say that it's one of the scariest parts of, like, you know, being a part of, like, you know, the camp. Like, they just threw up when they got out. And getting tased and pepper sprayed, I haven't seen anything, like, you know, too much about that yet, but, like, I do know. My mom still has the effects of the gas room. Bro, that's what PTSD does. Most people aren't built for that kind of training. I feel like the most important part is how you respond to everything. Because I feel like if you respond to fear, if you respond to, like, you know, everything with fear, I feel like I'm not going to make it if I respond with fear. If I respond with discipline, you know, then I'll have, like, better chances of making it. Because if I respond with fear, I'm basically telling myself, I'm not serious about doing this, and I will quit at any time. That's what responding with fear does. But responding with discipline is like, hey, like, you know, I may not be cut out for this right now, but I'm gonna keep pushing myself until I am. You know, like, whatever your will to survive is, like, you know? Tear gas will turn anybody into a crybaby. There is nothing wrong with being a crybaby. You just can't do that shit in boot camp. Do you know how long Marine boot camp is? Like, how long do you think the camp is? A year? You know what's crazy about that answer, Hollow? It's only 3 months. It's only 3 months.
Now he can get on 3 months and a...
It's only 3 months. Everything that these guys are going through, like, they have to do this in 13 weeks. And every week they are doing something new. They got to do obstacle course. They got to do the tear gas. They got to swim in the pool. And you know, the thing about the pool training, they expect that you don't know how to swim and still make you do the exercises anyway. So if you don't know how to swim and you make it to boot camp not knowing how to swim, like, they already know that. And they still expect you to do the exercises anyway. They're just like, all right, get in the water and swim, but I don't know how to swim. Like, all they know is that, like, they must have waivers. Yeah, it's actually, like, you know, a part of the... They'll just push you right in. You see, the funny thing about that is pool day. They literally just push you in.
Swim. Each recruit,
Yeah.
which means they must know how to swim. Each recruit will go through a swim qualification that will test their ability to traverse water and show overall confidence in water activities.
And they have an instructor in the water. Did you see the dude in the water? He was literally just lying on his back watching everybody swim. They just have a dude that's just swimming in the water. That's just like... Ezekiel said, Aquaman? Why is he just in the... And he's watching everybody at the same time. I can't swim, much less see in the water, guys. But, you know, I'm actually going to be taking swimming lessons. Fuck that. I'm taking swimming lessons, bro.
A lot of them, they haven't been in a big body of water like this before. So most of them haven't even swam in like a county pool or anything like that. So this is their first time entering the water. Kind of break the barrier right there. So it's a requirement because we as Marines are amphibious by nature and we're deployed on MEUs throughout the year. It's obviously good for us to know how to swim. If a situation would arise where you had to abandon ship, this is the example I like to use all the time. You have confidence in your gear being your camus for recruits wear, being able.
Oh, guys, I believe I skipped half of the video. Guys, let's see. Let me show you what happens when you get there, because you think the yelling happens like, you know, a few days in or like maybe a week in? No. They actually start yelling at you as soon as you get off the bus. As soon as you get off the bus.
Let's go! Get off my bus! Get out!
The moment recruits step off this bus, their old life is gone, and something entirely new begins.
Are now aboard! Marine Corps!
Blinding lights, barked commands, and barely a moment to breathe. They're driven into formation on the famous yellow footprints before the shock even wears off. Over the next 13 weeks, this is where ordinary civilians are forged into United States Marines.
Dude, like, there was one person in a comment section that said, oh, yeah, like, boot camp is no picnic, or whatever, right? They said they had 72 people. Because, like, you know, they split up, like, into platoons. So, like, you know, everybody that you're seeing as soon as you get off the bus, they're probably not going to be with you, right? Because you're split up into different platoons. He said he has 72 people in his platoon, and only 47 of them graduated to become Marines. 25 people just dropped like flies and didn't make it. $25 people. That's like a quarter of the group. Like, I get it. It's not for everybody, but Jesus Christ.
Every enlisted Marine traces their beginning to one of two places: Paris Island, South Carolina, or San Diego, California. The Corps' only two recruit depots on American soil. The processing is swift and deliberate. Civilian clothes gone, Marine Corps gear issued, and one brief phone call home. The last real connection to the life they just left behind. For the men, that phone call is followed by a barber's clippers and a clean shave of everything above the collar.
Guys, I probably shaved like 3 times, like, you know, ever since, like, my recruiter, like, made me, like, shave. I don't know. Because, like, different branches of the military, like, have different, like, you know, like, requirements. For, like, the Marine Corps, like, they made me shave while I was processing. So I had to cut off my hair and, you know, cut off everything, you know, on my face, you know, just to process. Because, like, they were just like, the Marine Corps has a different, like, you know, level of professionalism. Like, you know?
For the women, a precise briefing on exactly how their hair will be worn from this day forward.
Those precious locks. But they cut your hair to, what was it? To erase individuality. They do it to erase individuality, like, you know? You are going to look like everybody else, and you are going to train like everybody else, like, you know?
Marine Corps drill instructors are specially selected non-commissioned officers who undergo some of the toughest instructor training in the U.S. military before they are allowed to shape new recruits.
I will be assisted in my duties by your chief drill instructor, Staff Sergeant Police.
With those first changes complete, all recruits report to their drill instructors to receive further orders and begin formal training.
Basically, when you hear those words, like, your life is over. Like, basically, like, the gates of hell have opened when you hear, sit up straight and look at me.
To receive further orders and begin formal training.
And look at me. My name is Staff Sergeant Vental, and I'm your senior drill sir. I was assisted in my duties by drill sir, Staff Sergeant Drill sir, Sergeant Patrol.
Standing before his new recruits for the very first time, the senior drill instructor delivers the speech he has perfected to an art. A controlled, measured storm of words.
Do you know what kind of training drill instructors have to go through just to be drill instructors? I think they have a challenge that they do that's called the 1,000-pound challenge. I think they have to bench something around like 300, like, and they have to do like clean sets of it. They have to squat something or deadlift something like around like 300 to like 350 pounds. And it's called the 1,000-pound challenge. Like they gotta be crazy. They gotta be strong as hell. Like, god damn. Like, they have to go through hellish training just to yell at people every day.
Words designed to do one thing: make every soul in that room understand the magnitude of what they have just signed up for.
If anyone is to abuse or mistreat you, I expect you to report such an incident immediately to me or one of my officers. Furthermore, if you feel that I have mistreated you, I expect you to report such
Training at one of the...
No, speaking of that, there was actually, because, like, you know, there was actually a funny story that a person in the comments, they said that one of his drill instructors was just like, "Get over here, pig!" Right? And like, you know, I think the drill instructor got questioned a little bit, but the recruit's actual last name was Pig. Like, the drill instructors were only calling people by their last name. So his name was really P-I-G-G. Like, I thought that shit was funny as fuck. Like, he wasn't even calling him a pig. Like, he was just calling him by his last name. He was like, "Get over here, pig!" Like...
Corps' 2 DI schools. Because projecting authority across a parade deck through wind, heat, and chaos is a skill that has to be built. DI school instructors stand a measured number of paces away from candidates as they learn to project their voices loud enough to reach nearly 100 recruits at once. And they do it without destroying their vocal cords. The secret is the diaphragm. Candidates are trained to drive their voice from the abdomen, not the throat, using their belt as a physical...
Veins popping out of their necks and shit. Scream! Like they're gonna tell you to scream!
Anchor to force air out and protect the vocal cords from the kind of damage that would otherwise end a career. The school itself runs approximately 3 months, with 4 classes cycling through each year. And by the end of it, these Marines have built a voice that is no longer just communication, it is command.
No!
Research confirms that repeated exposure to high-intensity stress environments builds resilience. And the DI's voice is one of the primary instruments used to create that environment, day after day, for 13 weeks straight.
It all starts in the beginning. The first 2 weeks of pure discipline, letting them know how things run around, the procedures. If you don't get it done in the beginning, later on, when you actually try and attempt to give them that discipline, it's already going to be too late, and that would be your fault.
Prep as much as you can before you get here. You can start learning the knowledge, basic things just as like the rank structures, just to get that little edge over the other recruits. Get in, as best shape as you can. We're obviously there's gonna be everything.
This, even the way they communicate from day one.
Good evening, sir. Start over. Hi, sir. Good evening, sir.
When words aren't enough, drill instructors have another tool. And recruits learn very quickly what it means to be sent to the quarterdeck.
Oh yeah, IT, like incentive training. Like basically, if you fuck up, like you're gonna have to go through like a little bit of training of like a high intensity thing. They're gonna make you drop and do push-ups. Like you're gonna have to do high knees. You're gonna have to basically every time you fuck up, you're gonna do that. And if you want to reduce the amount of times that you do that, just don't fuck up and just listen to everything that they say.
Incentive training, known simply as IT, is the Marine Corps' structured system of physical correction, push-ups, flutter kicks, and relentless exertion used not as punishment, but as a precision instrument to address lapses in discipline, attention to detail, and motivation. It starts.
Oh, hell nah, bruh. These flutter kicks right here, oh, hell nah, they on some bullshit, man.
During the forming phase and follows recruits all the way to training day 68. And the moment they receive their first class on what IT is, they are fair game.
Planks in the goddamn sand. The sand.
Three drill instructors managing 88 recruits in a squad bay.
33. You have 33 of these on one island.
Don't have the luxury of lengthy explanations.
Hold up.
She was asking if
Yeah, I had to mute because my brother walked in.
IT is how order is maintained, how standards are enforced water, and show overall.
Yeah, but you gotta swim, shooting range, you guys, this is why you can't walk in being scared of boot camp, because, they're gonna train you to hold guns. If you're scared of, your drill instructor, yelling at you, they're training you to hold guns. You can't be scared of, a person yelling at you.
Recruit must pass Table 1 qualification in order to proceed to the next phase of recruit training.
On Parris Island, our priority is training, so we are ready and...
Yeah. there's either two locations that you can go to for, like, you know, boot camp training. It is either basically California or South Carolina. Yeah, but they gotta go through that. They gotta go on hikes. Oh, this one right here.
Recruits take their Combat Fitness Test, or CFT. This test assesses a recruit's physical capacity in a spectrum of combat-related tasks.
Yeah, you gotta carry, like, recruits on your back. You have to carry recruits on your back and run for 75 meters. What? When I heard that, combat sounds hard, Hollow in you know, one of the weeks, like during the combat week, you're gonna have to fight other recruits. So, like, people, like, within your platoon, you're gonna have to fight against them. And for, like, you know, the carrying the recruit on your back for 75 meters, like, I'm just like, how big is said recruit? Because, like, you're not going to stick me with, like, a 400-pound recruit, right? Like, because I swear to God, my knees will buckle, and I... Could you imagine they allow a 400-pound recruit, and you got to carry that big-ass dude for 75 meters? And you got to run, too. You got to run. I'm like, how big is said recruit? Now, you know why I told Dayblaze to start lifting. I would have been like, hey, cuz, like, I don't even know. You might have to drop a little pounds before, like, you know, because...
Recruits sprint for a half mile, lift 30-pound ammunition cans for 2 minutes, and perform the maneuver under fire, a timed 300-yard shuttle run, where recruits must do sprints, low and high crawls, a body drag, a fireman's carry, an ammo can carry, push-ups, and a grenade throw.
Yeah, and you also gotta drag. You also gotta, like, dead weight drag people off the ground.
Basic Warrior Training, or BWT, teaches recruits several field skills such as land navigation, hand and arm signals, fire and movement, and detecting improvised explosive devices, or IEDs. These different field skill sets are absolutely vital for various combat situations.
You're not taking your sweet time right across the danger area. All right, sir. If you're not in front, get right
The play movement course, it's a simulated combat zone, basically. So we get them out here, put them in a real-life situation, got some battlefield noises, and basically putting them through some hardship together, get them used to that mentality.
And the thing about Marine, like it's a title that you earn. Like, it's not just a name that you're given, like, it's a title that you earn. Like, you can only call yourself a Marine if you made it through Marine boot camp. Like, you gotta fight for that shit. You gotta fight hard for that shit.
to the left. Oh, up.
Next, recruits complete their final drill evaluation. This evaluation puts all of their drill movements and discipline to the test.
Up, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
The program follows a structured belt system, starting with tan belt, the minimum level every Marine must earn.
Oh yeah, I forgot the tire swing and, you know, you stabbing with bayonets. A bayonet is basically like, you know, like a rifle with a knife at the end. Stabbing with bayonets, bro, that's crazy.
As Marines advance in their careers,
Now this is combat week right here.
they can progress through gray, green, brown, and black belts, each level requiring increased combat proficiency, leadership ability, and demonstrated character. But MECMAP goes beyond physical skill. Each belt level includes instruction in Marine Corps values, ethical decision-making, and the warrior ethos, reinforcing morale, discipline, and teamwork.
Marine Corps! Yeah! Oh, Marine Corps! Marine Corps!
Now you can get out the anger you had in for weeks. That's what I'm saying. But guys, basically that's basically what I gotta go through. But like, you know, today's my birthday. You know, I'm just gonna be chilling. Just gonna be enjoying myself today. And you know, a part of me, like, you know, enjoying myself is just that I'm just gonna take it easy today. But tomorrow I'm gonna be back on the grind. Like tomorrow I am going to be back on the grind. Like, you know, because like I said, I'm training every single day until, like, you know, I go to boot camp so I can better, like, handle it. But, you know, as for, like, you know, today, I'm 25. You know, me deciding to do this, I actually joined, like, around the right time because, like, people who are, like, 26 and over, like, it's going to be so hard for you to get into, like, you know, the military. The only, like, place where they're not going to make you jump through hoops, like, just to join the military is the Army. Because Army, like, accepts, like, everybody. Like, you don't have to jump through hoops for, like, you know, Army. But Marines, like, you have to jump through hoops. But you know me. I'm gonna take it seriously, and, you know, I'm just gonna do the best that I can. What the fuck is that, fish? Don't worry about it. That's just Charles. Now, guys, I might be boo-boo at this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't played this game in, like, damn, like, almost over a year. Basically, ever since, like, you know, like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna start off on violent, because I feel like I'm not that boo-boo. But we gonna see. We gonna see. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting off not great. Here we go. Oh, I forgot about that first part. Hold on. Here we go. Good so far. That wasn't bad. That was not bad. Okay, so I'm not that rusty. Not bad for me not playing the game for over a year. Yo, CB! Happy birthday! Oh, that was nasty. Oh, that was nasty. I just curb stomped that nigga. What the fuck? Oh shit. There we go. I forgot how to do this level quickly. Like, I had a strategy, but I low-key forgot what the hell it was. I guess I'll just have to figure it out. Oh shit. Still win. Still win. Still win. Oh, that was dirty. Oh, that was dirty. I didn't even have to do him like that. I please? Damn! Sorry, I'm trying to charge back him, guys. I'm being a little bit stupid. Bang! There we go. Please. Oh. Alright. Basically, after this chapter is done, like, I'll hop off the game and do something else. Do it. That was 100% necessary. Sometimes they just gotta learn the hard way, man. Like, you just can't be soft, dog. Alright. Now it's time for me to grab this soap and shove it up this guy's butt. Let's go. People say, hey, yo! That's what happened? Shit ain't sweet in Ultra Kill. You know what? There was an easier way for me to do that. Let me see if I can still do it. Wait. Ah, yes, guys. I finally acquired the weapon. I finally acquired the mass-killing weapon. The jerking arm. I finally did it. After 25 years, I finally did it. Finally! Those many years spent on Jerkmate weren't for nothing. Those lonely nights meant something after all. To be honest, I don't have I don't have much I'm like, planning to do. I could play some Gunbrella. Actually, yeah, I could play some Gunbrella. I did forget about that game. But I'll probably save it for another time. I'll probably start streaming a little bit. I don't know. Cause like, guys, like I'm balancing like, training for the military and also going to work. Guys, have I told you my work schedule and the reason why I haven't been online pretty much almost fucking at all? Have you gotten Subnautica 2? I think I've gotten the game. I don't think I've played it yet. But, dude, like, I don't know. My work schedule is 6 days a week. So I only have 1 day off. That's why it seems like I don't have time for, like, anything. So, like, me getting my birthday off, like, it means the world to me. Like, even if I'm just, like, sitting at home doing the same shit, like, every day. Like, the fact that, like, I'm not at work, I am so blessed. I am so blessed. But as for what I did for my birthday today, like, I woke up, and the first thing I did was just, take a walk in the park. Feel the sun like on my skin, just walking around, like, went to the gym right after, because I still gotta train for the military, but on my birthday, I just kept the training like, no I didn't I actually went ham in the gym, I'm not gonna lie to you, but but after the gym I realized that my gym membership, it's got special perks. Guys, there are massage chairs that I can take advantage of, like, in my gym. Like, they have these airbags that move around, like, in the massage chair, and they massage, like, different parts of your body, like your neck, your back, your butt, for some reason. Like, and like, it feels great. It feels great. Like, I dead ass almost fell asleep because of, like, you know, how good the massage chair felt. You know? But I felt like that shit was massaging my butt a little bit too long. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was like, at some point, I was just like, okay, I get it. Like, you know, I'm just like, alright, that's enough. Like, you know, I didn't sign up for that part of the massage, okay? Relax. And I said, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing that this is a massage chair and, like, not an actual person. Because if it were an actual person, like, you know, like, we would need to have some problems. Especially if I'm going, like, into the military, like, you know. But, you know, after, like, the massage chair, like, I tried going to the trampoline park, but the trampoline park I went to, like, it was just kids. So I was just like, I should have went to, Sky Zone, because, like, Sky Zone, like, also has, like, you know, like, an adults part, like, you know, of the trampoline park. But, you know, because of the, you know, like, the majority being, like, you know, kids, I was just like, I'm not gonna be like a 25-year-old grown-ass man just jumping on a trampoline with these, like, 5 or 6-year-olds. I was just like, I'll look so fucking goofy. Let me go somewhere else. Let me take my grown ass somewhere else. Like, yeah. I was just like, my birthday is the only day where, like, you know, where I'm allowed to bring out my inner child, but I'm just like, hey, I'm not. I was just like, I'm not irresponsible. But after that, you know, I went to Dave & Buster's, you know, started playing the games. Like, you know, I went to the UFC machine, like, you know, went to the other machine, I spun the wheel, I did, like, piano tiles. Like, I didn't even know piano tiles was, like, you know, an arcade game. You know, I played some shooter games, shot some hoops, like, you know. I at least did 3 things that I wouldn't do normally on a day. And I think maybe I should start appreciating my time off, especially if I only have 1 day off. You know, I should do that shit more often. Like, go to the arcade. Like, go do something that I normally don't do. So, yeah, I'm going to appreciate my time off, like, a little bit more. Because, like, remember, like, you know, when I go to boot camp, like, I'm not going to have a civilian life anymore. Like, I definitely gotta live how they tell me to live, like, you know, when I ship off. So, you know, I should be enjoying this shit while I still have it, like, you know. But, you know, until then, like, you know, I'm on the grind. But after that, like, you know, I went to, like, one of my favorite pizza places right after. Ate me a little pizza, ate me a little lasagna. There was this dude that was pitching this, like, lasagna idea. He was just like, yeah, I had some pasta dishes that I've been working on with for 5 years. And I was just like, I don't want to turn him down after that. Hey, man, you want to sample some pasta? And I'm just like, okay. You know, like, when you put it like that, when you say, I've been working on this for 5 years, bro. I've been working on this for 5 years, please, man. And I was just like, okay, like, you know, let me see what you talking about. Like, he had 4 pasta dishes. Like, he had the baked ziti, he had mac and cheese, he had lasagna, and he had, like, you know, chicken and parmesan, right? And the one that I ended up trying, I was just like, all right, let me see what that lasagna talking about. You know, I sampled the lasagna, and I'm like, damn, this is pretty good. And I was just like, you know what? You got to let me buy one now. And, you know, I bought one. And that shit good as fuck. I'm not going to lie to you, Chad. That shit was indeed good as fuck. It was indeed smackalicious. I ain't never used the word smackalicious before, but I'm gonna start using that shit more often now. I don't hate that word. Good Lord, that scared me. Yeah, uh-huh. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. You see, every time I boot up this game, if I warn you guys before it happens,
I should get to my
there's
computer and get the
there's no
night started.
surprise. But you already know, we gotta go and fix these cases. Last time I played this game, I actually had some new cases that I never dealt with before. I forgot what happened in said cases, but you know, this is scrutinized, so let's do this. John Vega. My daughter went to Mr. Vega's house this weekend to sell those charity candy bars for school. She told me a gray lady on his sofa was sleeping. Gray lady? I sent my brother over to his house to check it out under the pretense that I wanted to borrow his chainsaw for the cherry tree in my backyard. My brother came back with the chainsaw. He said the house looked fine except for a weird smell, like metal shavings or a wet dog. I can't recall if Vega had a dog or not. I never hear any barking. He's charming, but there was some creepy stuff that my daughter said. I figure it was better safe than sorry. John Vega. First, we have the name, so we don't have to identify him. All we gotta do is just find his name, and since his last name is with a V, he's at the bottom, right? What the hell? This dude is not even on here. Alright, Mr. Vega, do you have any police reports? Well, any police records? Ew, look at him. You know what? I was trying to be nice. I was really trying to be polite with how this dude looked, but you know what, Pink Bunny, I appreciate you saying that, because, that's what I saw. But, I was low-key trying to keep it professional. But I'm glad that somebody else was was thinking what I was thinking, because I was just like, ew, what the fuck? Get this nigga off my screen. What the... Hello? There's still time to sign up for the women's volleyball team. We start on August 26th. As your coach, I plan to up the security. Okay. Best wishes to Mary and her son Adam. I mean, based off these posts, I want to believe that he is innocent, but the game, it takes so much weird turns. Alright, John, what have you been buying? If I see any rope in your receipts, I'm arresting you. 100%. Okay, volleyball jersey. Okay, cool. What kind of food have you been buying? Okay, so this guy likes to cook. Right? A Swiss professional knife? Okay, it's for cooking. Because, like, it said set and block. And a mahogany cutting board, okay. Yeah, like, this guy cooks a lot. Right? And he drinks. Okay, cool. So, I like to think that this guy is innocent. Because he doesn't have any police records, like, you know. But, you know, the rootkit, that determines all. Seems normal so far. You're right. It's all fun and games until we break into his phone. How to cook a quality steak. What muscles does volleyball work? Hamstring composition. Okay, this guy's normal. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's not normal. Oh, hell no. Yo! No, he did it. Oh, no, he did it. Have you heard from Melissa? What? She wasn't at the tap house with the team? No, I called her boyfriend, too. He hasn't seen her since practice. How odd. I'll let you know if I hear anything, but you know how she likes to party, though. Unfortunately. Hey, I'm trying to work out a design for new team jerseys. Do you mind coming over for a brainstorming session? I love our current jerseys. Why do we need to change them? Unfortunately, some of the girls didn't return them when they quit past season. I think it's a better idea to start fresh instead of having some new ones that won't match the old. Plus, you and I both know the girls will get pissed at me if only the new girls get the good stuff. Yeah, the girls will totally give you shit if you only made them a couple. Give me like 10 minutes and I'll head over to your place. I'm actually with Nell right now. Do you want me to bring her too, or do you think 2 girls at the same time is too much for you to handle? Haha, I want the new jerseys to be a surprise, so if you cannot tell Nell, that would be great. Alright, fine, coach. Just know that I am not the best at keeping secrets, so you better pull through and actually order these things. Bro, these names. Supple, Rump Roast, Thighs, Princess. Nah, he did it, bro. So he invited Jessica over to his house. Like, you know, it doesn't say what he did to Jessica in the text messages. Morning, coach. I just wanted to thank you again for donating all that money to Jessica's search party. Why does Jessica need a search party if nothing fucking happened at the house? You know I love you guys. You're my daughters. I want to do everything I can to help her. Why is she missing? Why is she missing if she, like, you know, went over to your house? That's so sweet, Coach. We all love you too. Coach, we've been asking around to try to figure out who she spoke to last. I haven't heard from her after the 24th. Did you talk to her back then? No, my last text that I got from her was on May the 20th, so you have me beat there. Chill. Well, we're not going to stop looking until we find her. She would do the same if something like this happened to any of us. How's the sedan holding up? Great. I can't believe you even got the AC fixed. This summer's gonna be so tight. Thank you again. I don't know what I'd do without you. This guy's sick. Going after his own students on the volleyball team? I know things are still up in the water about what happened, but I've been thinking about a new team captain. Would you like to come over for dinner tonight? My treat. There's a steak with your name on it. This dude. Swear to God, dude. Okay, so what do we put as evidence, chat? Do we put Jessica and Nell? Plot twist, she was the steak. Dressing a leg? Does a cell phone jammer block location service pings? That's all we have so far. Jessica and Nell. Yeah, no, this guy fucking did it. Send his ass to jail. Alright, the game accepted that. So, yeah, bro's in jail. Alright, let's look at the new case. Guys, we have a name, so we don't have to go looking for this guy. I went up to the yoga retreat in the Ashwood Forest this past weekend and found the host Nathan to be quite the handsy man. The students that the teacher finds the most appealing, usually the young women, gets all the attention. Whether it's a hand on their hip to make an adjustment, or getting uncomfortably close to their face to softly say good job, or comments that would normally be disgusting under the hidden guise of a revealing pose that the instructor compliments you on. So come day or two, a revealing pose the instructor compliments you on. Oh, I just read that part twice. I was just like, wait, what? Where am I reading? Right, so come day 2 on the trip, and I get creeped out and want nothing to do with the host. I decide to take my time up there to practice on my own. I get up much earlier than the scheduled activities to have my peace and quiet to myself, and notice 2 girls with their bags packed heading to the parking lot. As I pass by and ask why they're leaving, and they said that the trip wasn't what they thought it was, and it was going to be, and they felt weird after staying last night. Part of me was glad that my views of Nathan were validated, but another part was worried he did something to them. Okay, this guy is a creep. Yeah, this guy's a creepo right here. He a creeper. Sorry guys, I had to refresh my chat. Alright, Nathan. It's time to bring your ass to jail, brother. I'm not gonna lie, he looked like he did it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I hate to say that. I hate to say that about bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's out of pocket for me to say that he looked like he did it, but he definitely looked like he did it. And why does the name Nathan Palmer sound familiar? Does he have an alias? Nope. Okay, got another retreat this weekend that's filling up real quick. Everyone is welcome, from beginners to experts. Come and enjoy the great outdoors as we release our tension in peace and harmony. Message me to reserve a slot. Okay, retreat this weekend. Okay, hosting a yoga retreat this weekend. Alright, nothing weird in the social media posts. But as we learned with the last person, like, you know, it's all about when we break into that phone, the Mondo Mart. What have you been buying? What the fuck is a kombucha? Wait, kombucha. Okay, he's got spring water. Campsite rental. Okay, extra large tent rental. So this guy likes to go camping. Alright, girls in yoga pants. Yeah, no, he did it. He did it. He did it, because why is the first result girls in yoga pants? Why is a 34-year-old grown-ass man searching up girls in yoga pants? What? How to enhance your flexibility. Okay, that's not weird. The benefits of hot yoga versus regular yoga. Alright. Tent rentals. Is quinoa really that good for you? Alright, what is this? What's that? What's this? Whoa, what are these pills? Are these supplements? Or are they drugs? Like, he doesn't even have people saved on his phone. Heard you're offering up hush money. Yeah, no, he did it. I'm sorry, like, bro did it. Yo, thank you, Chris Den. I appreciate it. It's crazy. Wait, like, I just realized that I turned 25 on the 25th. That's gotta be that's gotta be lucky somehow. Depends. How do I know you know something? Jody's my cousin. Fucked up that your loyalty to your cousin can be bought out. What's your cash friend? She's a bitch anyway. $550. I really know what happens at your retreats. What do you think you know, Pretel? No, man, I know. I've talked to Alexis. Okay, what will it take to keep you quiet? You're sick. Well, obviously you want something, or you'd be going to the police instead of right to me. $400. Deal. Send me your cash friend username and I'll send it right away. This guy's sick. Still coming this weekend? Wouldn't miss it. Gonna need double what I usually get. Can I pick it up tomorrow? Not a problem. Come to the regular spot. I'll meet you at 10 a.m. Gotta keep myself stocked with all these retreats getting booked up. Like I give a fuck why you're buying from me. I'm not your friend. Only text me when you need to re-up. This guy's sick. Look, Nina, I saw something on the weekend. If I offer you $500, will you keep it between us? Fine, but just don't ever talk to me about it again. Send me your cash friend. You're a disgusting person. Are you really any better than I am? Excuse me? You agreed to keep quiet in exchange for money. You're not exactly helping anyone here. You sure you want to piss someone off who has dirt on you? I could always, like, go to the authorities, but you won't. What makes you so sure? You just accepted the transfer. You don't want to know what happens to people who take my money and then betray me, sweetheart. Crazy. Yeah, but Nathan did it. Nathan fucking did it. Who would have thunk? Sylvia Osborne. Sylvia asked me to come over and check out the water pump in the garage. Apparently the reason her grass has been less than ideal, that the unit was leaking and the irrigation system was suffering. But alas, the reason I'm concerned is, while I was rethreading the galvanized piping, I heard muffled sounds coming from her attic. The stairwell doesn't seem too far away from the pump, maybe 12 feet at most. I myself turned to our attic into a rec center for the boys. So I thought that she had left a TV up there. But when I stepped over to investigate, Sylvia came back with some lemonade. Her mood changed when she saw me standing beside the stairs. For the rest of that time I was there, she just hovered between me and the stairs. She didn't say thanks either. Well, we don't have to look for her. Her name's Sylvia Osborne. But what's upstairs? Like what's in that attic, Sylvia? Tattoos, piercings. Guys, are we ever going to find somebody with a actual, like, police record in this run? Because, guys, I'm just doing this run and then I'm hopping off. What you been buying? A Gore Bunny latex mask? An automatic microprocessor battery charger? Okay, razors, a camper's axe. I don't know what all of that is about. Okay. Is that what's in the attic? Because if so, I'm not sure how I know how to feel about that. Fear processors of the brain. Oh wait, is she the one that damn. What we're about to see. We're about to see. Yeah, she's torturing. This is the one that tortures men, I think. Death by 1,000 cuts? Pressure points for pain. Brain surgery videos. Common interrogation length to break someone. Using trauma effectively for memory loss. What the fuck? She likes to look at cemeteries and stuff. April. Yeah, this is the one that that women go to basically train their men, like psychologically torture them to behaving and treating them well. Damn. It's like she's a pet trainer, but like for men. Yeah, no, this woman's sick. He's so well behaved at my mom's place tonight. You are really worth every penny. He's finally back to the husband I thought I married 10 years ago. Thank you so much, Sil. I really can't thank you enough for this. Took plenty of work. day in and day out. Training him was a fucking chore, but I'm glad that he paid off in the end. I'm just glad you accepted my offer. It was really amazing what you could get done in about a week. There's not a scratch on him either. I don't know how you do it. One thing I wanted to ask is if there is anything I should expect from here on now. Will I need to bring him back after some time has passed to keep him like this? I would suggest that he goes on another vacation in about 3 months. Bring him back here and I'll make sure he isn't getting any ideas or retaliation. That's sick. Sounds perfect. I'm so happy that I don't have to deal with his shit about not wanting to do this or that anymore. He's actually helping around the house, rubbing my feet after work, setting up date nights at the house. Like, you have a gift, Sil. Thanks a million. It's been my pleasure helping you. I know that it can be hard finding someone who will actually fulfill those marriage vows they said years ago. I'm just trying to help keep that promise is all. If anything seems out of place with him, feel free to contact me at this number. I appreciate it. I'll keep you posted if anything comes up. Good Lord. What the hell? Oh, it's just like car service. I got referred from a site from Darkmind. I have a shitty husband that needs help in remembering who wears the pants in this relationship. Good Lord. They don't sugarcoat anything. Can you help me guide him to the right path? I heard you have some techniques. Some techniques that can help speed this process up compared to the traditional counseling. I'd love to help. But before we continue, I need to lay out some major rules. Once you send your man here, the process has already begun. Attempting to stop in the middle or any time before it is complete will not be acceptable. This kind of work needs a keen eye to detail. Skipping over certain steps could be detrimental to my business. With that being said, do you have any questions before we discuss our options? My husband has plenty of friends who have encouraged him to act like a dick to me for the past 5 years. Is there a way to make this look like he had an accident on a vacation that we were on? I don't need a bunch of rowdy assholes trying to get me locked up for something. I know that they will be looking for answers when he is suddenly more interested in hanging out with me than them. That is very possible. I would suggest taking him to the doctor about 2 weeks after the procedure. Tell him he hit his head going cliff diving on a vacation. He played it off like he was fine at the time. You believed him until the more obvious symptoms that something was wrong actually appeared after the trip. Oh, this woman's sick. Most likely they'll diagnose a head injury as a concussion. They can run MRI tests. They can run an MRI and all the tests that they want. Nothing will appear on the test, but that's crazy. He won't remember anything, so the consultation will be easy to steer in the direction that you want. I have another number of clients who do the same, so don't fear that you are the first to have a bunch of goons wailing and crying that their friend is acting funny on since vacation. They all calm down, and the ones that don't, well, there's nothing to find, so I'd say that it's a lost cause for them. If I remember correctly, it's $8,000 per week. They are paying this woman $8,000 per week. $8,000 fucking G's. Yeah, no, she did it. She did it, dog. That woman's sick. $8,000 fucking G. Well, I just sent that person to jail. Whoever that was. Guys, I meant to drag the report out, but I ended up putting it in the fax machine. So they just went to jail, whoever they were. We don't even fucking know what their case was. They could have been the most innocent person on the planet. I was taking out some trash in the bin on the side of my house when I heard my neighbor, Mrs. Abbott, screaming in pain. She was married to her new husband, Mr. Abbott, for a little bit over 2 months now. I talked to her sometime this past week, and she was going on about how smitten she was at being a newlywed. Happy for her. I didn't want to ruin the conversation, but kept notice the makeup wrinkling from her large smile, and I had to say something. I asked her if she was just trying to hide a bruise around the eye. She got embarrassed after realizing that her makeup couldn't cover it, and she told me that it was a stupid accident, nothing to worry about. I think the sound of the other night was the same interruption that caused her to get that bruise. I hope everything is okay. I really like the Abbotts. Alright, Clifford, did you hit your wife or not? You better not be beating women. Not without me. I'm joking! I'm joking! I'm joking. Alright. You know, 25 and I'm gonna get canceled on YouTube. Alright, let's go. Hold on. Guys, my phone is dead, so I have to look at the stream chat on my PC now. Somebody said I'm telling Allie. Gio. Oh yeah, Allie, like, I don't know. I don't think Ellie's on Discord anymore. So, the only way I've been talking to them is that I have like their actual number, so I've been texting them. But I don't think Ellie's on Discord anymore. But anyway, Mr. Abbott, hey, you better not be beating women, man. Around here, we don't tolerate that shit. There was a Long Beach Griffey, there was a Long Beach Griffey, skit where he was just like, I beat women. I do it for sport. Get tickets on purpose and he'll show up to court. Like, I remember that skit. I think like the title was like a rapper, like basically snitching. But I was just like, why the fuck would he joke about that? All right, Clifford, what have you been buying? Massage oil? How to spoil a lady? Books on total relaxation? I think he just loves his wife. Hopefully. $18 for gas. Shit, with the way that this economy is going, that's going to be the normal. You know how you know how much I gotta pay in gas every goddamn week, Chet? Like $50. And that's just to fill up like what, 3/4 of the tank? Okay, he's buying stuff, adoration things for sensitive skin. Hopefully this guy is just a normal dude. But then again, why would she be hiding her makeup hiding her bruise with makeup around her husband. Something about that is, like, off. Flowers from my wife. How do I keep my wife happy? Massages for migraines. How to be a great husband. I think this guy's a good guy. At least, I hope. Yeah, he's just... I just want to say I'm thankful to have a man like you. Thank you so much for the lovely flowers last night. I hope you're having a good day. Love you. Anything for you, babe. Glad you liked them. I'm doing okay. I'll see you later. I love you. Hey, babe, how's the headache holding up? I talked with James at work, and he said that there were some massages that might work. Ooh, I didn't know that was a thing. It's manageable right now, but it gets worse in the evenings. Well, I didn't want to say anything, but I think the delivery will be there when I get home. I ordered some stuff to start us off. I was wondering what the knock on the door was. I was about to put dinner in the crock pot, and then I heard a knock. I guess this migraine is a lot worse than I thought. Well, don't worry about getting it from the porch, okay? Get comfortable, maybe a bath, drink plenty of water. Yeah, this guy's a good man. Yeah, this guy's a good dude. I'm only doing what you would do for me. I hate to see you like this. Yeah. Good guy. Good guy. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. This guy is a good guy. Oh, you don't need evidence if the person is innocent, right? Okay, so, guys, now we are dealing with an unknown. Wait, that was it? Yeah. What do you mean don't count chickens? Like, the guy was a good guy. And the game even gave us a coin for, like, hitting it right on the dot. I saw a young man in a tree, spying on a neighbor. Not sure if, guys, I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to solve this, but, like, you know, I'm just gonna speed read. I'm actually surprised I even saw him. He was in dark clothing, dressed for that part. I yelled at him before he dropped into the tree and then ran down to the block around the corner. I've seen this kid around before. I don't know his name, but I remember catching him shooting one of those airsoft guns into the street. I lectured him that there were kids around here and that they could be hurt by a ricochet. He was very polite. He apologized to me. I haven't seen him doing that ever since. He dropped down from the tree and I could see the butt of a gun peeking out of his waistband. I hope that it was an airsoft gun, but I couldn't be sure though. They really don't make those things. They really do make those things look real, but unless you see an orange tip of the barrel, we'll just try to make it through. Cause remember, the game gives us until 4 a.m. and the time goes by fast, like in the game. 5, 6. Alright, Charles Wellborn. We don't have time to really check the other stuff, so let's just break into his phone. Why he look like Tom Holland? Sorry, my bad. You know what? Let me just play the game. Sorry. Tom Holland? What the fuck? Man, I don't want to talk to your bitch ass. Gun shows, BB guns for sale, new gun law. how to make a cheesecake. Oh, that's so fucking for real. You search up guns and then you search up like a fucking cheesecake. Maggie, give you your number. I just wanted to say you're very patriotic and how you seem to take care of others. Who is this? This is Maggie in your English class. Oh, hey, Maggie. Again, thanks for the compliment. You're very brave. I have to ask you, can we talk about it in person? All right, I'll see you in class. Hey, Sam, can you come over and look after me for a while? You can hide in your usual spot. Wait, what? Somebody broke into my home and I feel very uneasy. I would let you come in, but sometimes my boyfriend will come over spontaneously and he wouldn't understand if he saw you in the house with me. I wish he was as protective as you are. And when he is with me, oh damn, what? They're going to start allowing students and teachers to carry firearms? You know what? That's boo-boo. That's boo-boo. That's booty. I'll even say that's cheeks. Because why did they end it like that? Why did it end off with, like, they're going to allow teachers and students to have firearms on campus? That's so strange. That's so weird. What kind of situation would have to happen where you can allow that for both parties? What? So if a teacher gets mad at a student, not only is the teacher blicked up, but the student's blicked up too. So like what you think is gonna happen? What? They just gonna be popping shots at each other, man. I wish I looked a little bit more into that, but you know, just gonna be enjoying the rest of my birthday. I guess that's it for me, like in terms of the stream. Thank you for everybody that stuck around. Thank you for everybody that joined to watch and have wished me happy birthday. I appreciate it. Like I love getting days off like this, and you know, I guess I do want to pick up like the habit of like talking to you guys. I realize that I have been like gone for like a really long time, but I don't know. I guess the reason why I don't stream as often anymore is because I don't think like anybody would be interested to watch. But with time closing in, like closer and closer to boot camp, I do want to enjoy like these last moments, before I have to go off and do what I need to do. So I do need, I do want to start being a little bit more active. So, I can't say that I am, like, I'm down to stream more often, but, I definitely want to go for it. So, no promises, but I'll probably see you later. I appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate you. Stay safe. Be good. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm not gonna lie, gang. I don't know how to end the stream. Oh, never mind. I got it.